All right, so what's going on, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Service Slave one more time. We out here with the man Yadda, right here from all over everywhere, the Nomad, with the lyrics though. So, Yadda, you know what I'm saying? I heard a lot about you. I heard a lot of your music. So, what is it that got you into the rap game?
Well, I started rapping when like a younger age with my Uncle Junior and Thomas.
Okay.
Stuff like that. I used to watch them rap and stuff all the time. And Marty, like my Uncle Marty, we used to play Tupac and all that stuff like that. So, I don't know, I thought I could do it too. So my Uncle Junior actually wrote my first rap though, and then after that he ain't write no more of my raps and shit like that.
So you write all your stuff?
Yeah, I write all my stuff.
No ghostwriting?
No.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you said that you listen to like a lot of Tupac and some older stuff like that. So like, is there a rapper that you kind of like modeled yourself after, or was it just like, you know, you came up with your own style, or a little bit of both, or what happened?
No, I think Julian Thomas, my uncle.
Okay.
Yeah, I always looked up to my uncle Numbers, Fortune. I'm the youngest in the camp, so I always looked up to them. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to be like them.
Okay, dig that. So you said camp. So is that off-brand?
We was Opium Music Works. We still Opium Music Works, but you know, everybody going off doing their own thing. But right now, yeah, we the off-brand. Yeah, so we got our own little thing.
Okay, so I saw like some of the stuff that y'all was selling, like that I had the stickers and y'all got the hats and everything like that. So how did that get started? Like, tell me about the off-brand brand.
Originated with Opium Music Works. My Uncle Numbers. Right. We had a group called Off-Brand. It was me and somebody else. And then, I mean, like I said, it's scattering around. So I always just stuck with it. That was back in like 2003. So I just always stuck with it, man. And I just kept building it up. And eventually, like, I started doing the music thing. And then I wanted to start doing other things. So I started doing the merchandise, t-shirts, hats, clothes, stuff like that. So, okay. Yeah.
So is that like what you're trying? Like you said, you was trying to get into other things. So you started with the rap,
right?
And then now you into merchandising and t-shirts and stuff like that. Like,
just
what else?
Branding.
Okay.
Yeah. Like what else am I into?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just into music to be honest. But I mean, I'm into the clothing thing too. But I'll be having other people help me out with all that stuff. To be honest with you, man, because I like to stick and focus on one thing. So.
Okay, so talk about that one thing. So from what I read, you do your own mastering and mixing, everything like that.
Yep.
Like, how did that come about, or did it start also because you was watching everybody and then?
It's all in the family, man. So like, I was watching Numbers do a lot of that stuff growing up. Like I said, I was the one that held the bag, so I was just always the one that wanted to do what everybody. I'm the youngest, I'm the baby, so I was wanting to do what everybody was doing.
Right.
And yeah, man. As I got older, I just started branching off and doing it on my own, and I reach out to Numbers and stuff like that, and he be helping me out with a lot of that stuff. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's in me, man. This is how I was raised. We always been doing music, so.
Okay. So you got the music in your blood.
I got the music in my blood, man.
Okay. All right. So since you are, like I said, the Nomad, how has that affected like your music? Like I said, originally I thought you was a Chicago rapper,
right.
And sometimes you can listen to some cats and be like, okay, you know, like. I don't want to say R. Kelly, but you know he's a Chi-Town, you know, staple, and then you got Twista, you got Do or Die, you got Kanye and things like that. So I thought like that was gonna be your style, but then I listened to you, and you've got some of that, but you've got some more other things too. And you from like what? You've been around like 22 cities or something like that?
Like Ohio's, Kentucky's, Tennessee's. I'm originally born in Columbus, Georgia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Omaha, Nebraska. I've been out to South Dakota. Yeah, I've been in the docks before.
I didn't know they had
Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, man, at first I thought it was a bad thing because I don't have a home. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. You know how you get that support from your city. I don't have a city that I get support from. But then I'll be thinking positive all the time. So I just look at it like, hey, it's a positive thing. I can go anywhere and do what I do, man. I don't know.
Okay. So, like you said, you don't have like a hometown, so you don't get that hometown love. But it seems like it's hard for some people to break out in their own hometown. So, do you feel like because you're from so many different places, like maybe you know, there's people in all these different places that support you. Maybe you know you get noticed or you get recognized or you heard in more places because of that.
Yeah, I guess.
You sure? That definitely sounded like a question.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, it could be a good and bad thing though. You know, like I go everywhere and I can spread my music. You know what I mean? So that's the good part. But the bad part is, like I said, it ain't even bad to me anymore, to be honest. Like, I'm a Rolling Stone. That's how I feel. Everywhere I go is my home. So wherever I'm at, I represent that. And you know what I'm saying? I just get support from everywhere. That's how I look at it. I mean, it's not a bad thing to me.
Right.
You know, like I'm gonna eventually have to get up and travel around anyway. So why not do it on my level? You know what I'm saying?
And on your terms.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I dig that. So you said you've been in the game a while. You know,
Right.
you started in 03.
Right.
But you've been listening to music before that.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think? Like, how do you see that music has changed? Like the rap game has changed from like the 80s and the 90s and 2000s and even now.
I think it's the generation thing.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Like everybody speak on like the little mumble rapping thing. I just think that's a for now thing. You know, I think that's eventually gonna pass and all that. But I don't know, man. I like all this stuff, man. I like to see how everything changed, and I like to go back even before I was born and listen to that time of hip hop, and yeah, man. And to be real, when you really think about it, it's kind of all the same. We always had a Lil Yachty, you know, not trying to name drop anything like that, but we've always had them people. It's just that it wasn't as extreme now. I think everybody that was back in the 90s and the 80s look at the younger crowd and be like, oh, these stupid, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know what I mean?
No, I can definitely feel it because I hate to say it, but I definitely be that dude sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
man, y'all music nowadays, and it's like, wait, damn, how old am I? Oh my god.
So I just let them work. Let them work, man. You know how it is.
I can dig it. See, I know that that's not my forte.
Right.
So I don't talk too bad about it. I just know that there are those that I personally prefer to listen to. Like, my biggest thing is beats. But on top of the beats, though, you gotta have lyrics, and I don't feel like everybody has that.
Right.
So, like, would you do something that's not as lyrical if the beat was like just super dope?
You know what's crazy? I honestly just let the beat, let me know what I'm supposed to say. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not gonna mumble on no tracks, man. You know, I ain't gonna do that. Like, I feel like I could do everything, and put the lyrics with it, and it'll still be dope.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So. Yeah, whatever the beat tell me to say, I just say it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like I'm diverse. I can do everything. Right.
So I definitely, like I said, I've listened to a couple of your things, a few of them. Like, I was on YouTube the other day, just okay, and I just kind of sat and listened. And like, you talk about a lot of different things. So how do you make sure that you're not talking about the same stuff every time you're on?
I just, like I said, whatever the beat tell me to say, I just say it. But I mean, to be honest, like, I just write, man. Like I said, I know I don't want to talk about the same thing because I don't be known as that dude do the same thing. But I just be writing, bro. Be real with you, like, I don't know.
So do you like write stuff before and then like you listen to the beat and be like, okay, so this fits it, or something else I wrote previously, or do you listen to the beat and then write it out?
I listen to the beat and then write it out.
Okay, so you write out each song for each beat. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you ever like go in and like just off the top of the head, like you don't write stuff?
Yeah. Sometimes.
But not all the time.
Not all the time. No.
Okay. I can understand that. I can definitely understand and respect that. So you guys have a show tomorrow. In Chicago.
Yeah, well it's Sunday. At the DZ Fest.
Okay.
That's in Hickory Hills, Illinois. It's like 25 minutes away from Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, how do you find the shows that you get booked for? Like I said, as an independent, you know, like you guys got to do everything in house. So like, how do you guys? What steps do you take to like go and be like, okay, I want to do this show, or I want to do a show in this city, or like, what do you guys do?
To be honest, when I be putting out content, I gain followers off of content and I get opportunities that way.
Right.
So, I mean, some shows like in my local area, if I really wanted, I'll reach out, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of opportunities be coming to me, not trying to make it sound like that or nothing.
You got it like that.
I ain't got it
so
like that.
you got the juice now.
You know, I wish I had it.
Juice now.
I wish I had it like where it's like, yeah, hey, you know, but like this opportunity was just like somebody reached out and said, hey, we want to put you on this festival, man. We think you dope. And that's just me rapping online and doing what I normally do on a day-to-day basis, man.
Okay. So more often than not, you're contacted to do like a festival. Do you do a lot of festivals, or do you like do your own shows, or?
Yeah, I do a lot of festivals, and yeah, we do a lot. We tour. We book our own tours. Okay. And we pretty much do everything.
So what's the tour life like? Like, how's that go?
Man, let me say something. I'm gonna say this though. It could be a little hectic, but I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. You just gotta always think positive. I'll be having fun, man. Only thing that's like for me that'd be bad is I miss my kids sometimes.
Right.
That's it.
So how many kids you got?
Two.
Right.
Two boys.
Two boys. Okay. Two boys. Okay. So like, what do you like when you're rapping? Like, what is your goal as a rapper? Are you like you trying to get a message out? You trying to reach the people? Are you trying to like change something? Like, what are you trying to do?
Definitely trying to get a message out. I'm not really trying to change nobody's mind, you know what I mean? But I just look for my fans to mess with me, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like whoever rock with my music, they rock with my music. That's what I go for. I'm not here to like change the world, but I mean, you know, if I could, that'd be kind of dope like that.
Nah, definitely. Yeah. I can dig that. So like, you said it's for your fans, and it's like the message is for the fans, right? So it's like you have an overall message, or is like every message different by song?
I would just say, I feel like it could be the same, man. I just grind and believe in what I do. And that's my message, to grind and believe in what you do and just never give up. Because we've been at it for years, man. We've been at it for years. So I want to show people, don't ever stop too much, man. Just keep going, man. Keep progressing every year. Get better, try new things.
Right.
That's it.
Definitely.
Like, really. But yeah, we've been at it for years, man. So just don't give up, man. Keep grinding, man. Like, dang, he's still here. All these time to change, but like I said, like all this generation stuff has changed. I'm 26, so you know I'm not trying to talk like I'm 50 or something. You know what I mean? But
damn, you's a baby. All right. Yeah, no.
Yeah. But based off of like who I grew up around, I've been introduced to so many things, man. Jazz, hip hop, rock, pop, you know, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah. Yeah. That's how it is, man. So, yeah.
No, I can dig it. So, I was about to say something. It was real profound.
Oh man.
Maybe not. So, like a lot of cats, you know, when they have kids, like it changes the world. Do you feel like once you had your sons, did your music change? Did your sound change? Your content? Do you like make stuff that they can listen to a little bit more or not?
Yeah and no. Yeah and no.
Okay, let me.
I would say it changed me as a person though, because I was out here doing some stupid stuff, man. But I grew up. That's what I was saying. So I guess the music grew with me, and I've gotten better. I used to be like, I don't know, man. I used to just be like I said. Now I just be rapping, but not really. You know what I mean? Then I was just trying to do what everybody was listening to, and now I just put myself on the track, man. That's it.
So they kind of like set you on a path that was your own.
And it's better now because it's who that's me. That's not them. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And it all came with you growing up with your kids.
Exactly.
Having made you grow up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So I knew a cat a while back, and kid broke my heart. But like, he was not my favorite person in the world. But he was a young brother, so I was trying to work with him. Like, he felt like I don't have to do good in school. Like, I don't have to know this type of stuff because I'm gonna be a rapper. And like, I was like, okay, well, write me a rhyme. Let me see what you're talking about. He wrote me something, and it almost sounded like Lil Wayne was having a great night, and he used text to talk to write this out. Like, I couldn't understand anything. So do you think that education, even if you don't go get a master's degree, do you feel like education is still important to a rapper?
Important. Very important.
Why is that?
Well, the stuff that they rapping about now, like they kind of teaching us some bad stuff, man. They influence it, which, like I said, it's all been the same though, man. But I think back then it was more about selling it. Now it's about doing drugs.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that part I don't agree with. You know what I mean? But I would just say, yeah, man, stay in school because a lot of these cats y'all listening to probably didn't. And yeah, I don't know.
No, I definitely feel you. I definitely do because you right. Like, I remember back in the day, like you said, they was talking about, you know, slinging it. We was on the corner all night grinding and getting. Now they talking about pop the molly. I'm sweating. It's like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be somebody else's line. What?
Right.
Okay, so yeah, like I think it's important, but I wanted to know what you thought, you know, from the musical standpoint.
Yeah, I honestly, man, education is important. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you good. But like, so in your in your section, like you do mastering and mixing and stuff like that. Like, what all goes into that? How do you know that you got like a dope track? Like what? Like, cause I've looked at a couple mixing boards and I'm like, okay, so that's in German. That's a roadmap to Saturn, and I don't know what flavor of ice cream that is. So like, how do you like find your way on a mixing board? Like, what do you do?
Well, I educate myself. YouTube videos,
YouTube
shouting numbers, or I like to sit in on a lot of people's sessions. Like, I try to, I go in and sit in with other like major producers. Like, I know this guy named Rick Carlson. He done a lot of stuff for Rap City and stuff like that. J. Cole, Busta Rhymes. So I just sit in and watch exactly what he do and try to, you know what I'm saying, mimic what he do. I ask a lot of questions. Asking a lot of questions is a really great thing. If you close mouths don't get fed, you never learn nothing that way.
True.
Yeah, that's pretty. Like I said, man. I think accent, man. Just go and talk to somebody who knows what they're doing, and then, you know, following their footsteps, and then eventually you branch off and learn how to do your own thing. Okay. You know.
So like I said, with the mixing boards that I've seen, like it's a lot of knobs and a lot of, you know, scales and whatnot. Like, how do you know, like, okay, I need this exact knob to be twisted to this exact degree?
You gotta have the ear for this shit, man.
I was gonna say, is it like is it an ear thing, or is it a feel?
But there is no right or wrong way to mix it. Now I'm gonna say that, but like there is some things you have to know. You need to know EQs, about EQs, reverbs, compressing, all that stuff like that. That's very important, because that's all. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I would say like what 80% of it is mixing. You be hearing all them Future tracks. 95. Yeah, I'll give it that. 95. All of that. Because I feel like if you took off all of the effects on these cats' vocals, you wouldn't even like the music.
Yeah.
So I would, it's you have to know some stuff, but like I said, there's no right or wrong way. Like, you learn by just practicing, man, and keep tweaking and messing with your stuff. And then, like, it's good to record other people, so you will learn how to record others instead of yourself. Because if you only recording yourself and you trying to mix their vocals like how you mixing yours, it ain't gonna always come out right.
So it's different, like by voice and by track and everything.
Yeah, okay. Beats. Gotta know the tempo, the different tempos. Yeah, pretty much stuff like that.
Okay, do that. So now, since you brought up Rap City, you know what I'm saying, I used to watch back in the day, you know what I'm saying, they had the booth and everything, so that was less about, you know, mixing and more about your lyrics. So like, do you do stuff like that, like at your shows or whatnot? Like, you just go a cappella, or you just put on a random beat and be like, all right, let's do something fun and let's see what happens.
Yeah, we put on good shows.
Oh yeah?
All the time.
Man, I'm gonna have to come out to one of y'all shows, man. Yeah, I was trying to get out to it. I thought it was Saturday.
Get footage. I'll give you some of the footage.
That would be great. We can actually put that in the show. We're gonna take a pause and y'all gonna see the show.
These guys always quick to say they got a gun. When it's time to shoot, be the first to run. When it's time to meet up, they don't never come. I'm convinced they guess it's off his honey buns. Niggas disrespect the setting where you from. Jump stupid and my crew be going dumb. Suited, loaded, came to clean the mess up. I come on ya, I'm the fluid that's in your lungs. Come out the jacket with the flash, take a few puffs of the gas. Stage diving, then I'm counting my math. Soon as I finish my task, show out like Roscoe and Dash. Shout out my people, I'm back. Doubling up on the stacks, counting once, counting twice. You know my manager don't know how to act. That's facts. Come on. PDP, bring it back. Down under on the map. Queensland, where it's at. Wristband with the shit too. Adelaide on they shit too. That's why I'm on a world tour. I apologize if I missed you. Come on. If you talking about shows for the bread, hands up. Right, I'm always talking about baby. I ain't with it. Robbie, no, I won't go snitch to the feds. Let's go. We run it up in the spot at 10 o'clock. Let me know if you with it or not. Hold on. What up, dog? Y'all are great. I swear to God, these be fucking.
But no, like I thought it was Saturday, and I was like, how can I? Because like I said,
it was Sunday, and we messed it up. We messed that date up.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So, you guys are an independent label.
Right.
So are you guys, like, do you have hopes to maybe join a larger label? Like, are you looking to be signed? Are you okay being on your own? Does it give you more freedom and autonomy?
That's a good question. I think we're okay with being on our own, man, because I've been seeing these cats getting raped. We used to want to get signed.
Right.
But these cats is getting raped nowadays, so I'd rather just go the next way. Yup.
Nipsey Hussle, on your own.
Yeah.
So with you being independent, that makes it easier because you own all your own masters and stuff, right?
Right.
Man, that's the way to
A lot
go.
of these guys are signing their life away, man.
Yeah, man. Like I heard, that's a few people right now that are like finally fighting to get their own masters, and it's just like it's a whole different world out there. So now you own your stuff for life, right?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep.
So you got something to pass down to your kids and whatnot.
Of course. That's why we're doing this.
So do you think about like investing and like trying to build something that you can pass down to your kids, or even like if you come up with like, you know, what's it called, like a protege in the future, something like that? Are you looking to like build up so you can pass that down?
All of this is in the family. We're keeping all of this in the family.
Okay.
Yeah. No. We keeping all this in the family.
Absolutely. That's what
we've been doing this for years.
Forever, man, for a long time.
Okay. So do you see yourself doing something more than, you know, rapping? Like, are you getting interested more in, you know, maybe like building you guys' like your label and then like bringing more people in?
Yeah, we are. We want to do other stuff. That's why, like I said, we branching out to like the clothing thing, merchandise and stuff like that. But yeah, we wanna own our own label and put some people on, man. Eventually, I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna have to.
Okay. So what kind of artists are you looking for? Are you guys looking for the brand, for the label?
All kinds of artists, rock, pop, R&B artists, all time. We can get a country singer up in here.
So are you looking at any particular area, or do you just like have your ears to the ground everywhere and you got feelers out?
We definitely got artists. Like we got artists. As of right now, we're building, man. Like this stuff take time. But yeah, right. We got artists. We got some Nebraska artists. Nikki the Poet.
I saw her on a couple of your tracks on YouTube.
Yeah.
New album.
Nice.
That's my dog right there.
Okay. So she got an album coming out?
Oh yeah.
You want to give her a shout out to the people?
Nikki the Poet, NTP follower.
And
that's what's up.
Yeah. Yup. She Go, He Go. Yup. That's on all music platforms. I can go check that out. We did that in like a couple weeks.
Yeah, that wasn't even 2 weeks.
We get in the studio and vibe and just knock it out.
So how long does it take to put a track together?
Oh man.
So like from start to finish, like what's gotta go into that?
It depends on exactly what we're doing. So like if the beat is given to us, it won't take no time.
Right.
Now if we making the beat, just make the beat, write the lyrics. I would say it probably take like a day. Maybe like a day.
If we slack off a day.
Exactly.
If we in it.
If we in there though. We all write pretty fast.
Couple hours, few hours.
Yeah, we've been in the studio knocked down like 4.
Yeah.
Going crazy.
Bangers too.
That might sound crazy to people. I know people probably can do more than that, but nah, we be really in there making some quality shit.
So you said that took about 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So what was it that took 2 weeks? If y'all can put a song together in like a day, what's the rest of that 2 weeks? Like, cause I know, like,
well, we create way more songs than what we put out. So we may create 20 songs and put 10 on it.
30. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? It all depends. So like right now, me and Nikki, we didn't, honestly, I can't, probably created like 25, 30 songs when we did She Go, He Go, but we felt like these would be dope, and then we could probably save these for later on.
Okay.
And then we continue to create.
So you put the album together in 2 weeks?
Yeah, we had to record all the songs. This is the song we want to put on it, this, and we just, all right, wrap it together. Now, I'm going to say this, recording process was 2 weeks, but we also had to think of all the promo, artwork, stuff like that. That's all that stuff come with it too, and then we just throw it out there.
Okay. Yeah, it's like for the longest time I thought it was just like man, how long it take to get y'all on the album? What's up? When the next album coming? So yeah, like I didn't know that. So that's
money to get you there.
Yeah.
from people with money and budget.
Okay.
Budget, big budget studios.
That's
That
why
get you
that
that. But
promo
we
come
got,
in there.
so we got what we got in there. He got the same stuff I got at his house. You know what I mean? So it's in house mostly.
I might have to send the tracks to Numbers. Numbers might have to mix some down.
Right.
Stuff like that.
So like with rap, like I noticed there's a lot of leeway. Like you can allude to a rap and be like, yeah, you know, like Charlie Numbers, I did this and this, you know, like, so like do you ever worry about, you know, somebody coming back like, oh, you know, he biting my style or I said the same thing at some point?
Nope.
Never worried about that.
Great balance think alike, man.
Nope.
Nobody it's too, people are too creative not to come up with the same idea.
Right.
It sounds strange, but people are too creative not to come up with the same idea. Me and you might come up with the same, like, dang, you know, I was just thinking.
Right.
That's how stuff happens, creativeness. Because you know why? It's because we draw off stuff that's out here already, really.
Right. Yeah.
You're drawing off influence. So you may have seen something I may have seen. You've been in the military, you travel. I've been all over the world tour managing.
Right.
So if we both went to Belize or something and we saw the same tree, we might put that on our. Not that type of tree.
I was gonna say, cause if we go to Belize, I ain't worried about no trees. Hey, what lake? Hola, mama. That's Spanish. Okay.
You know what I mean, man.
Nah, I got you.
You know, yeah. So creativeness, man, it come like that, man. It happens. You know, we don't worry about biting and stuff like that.
No. I'm not thinking about y'all being worried
Just
about
somebody
biting.
coming back saying, no,
Right, somebody feeling like y'all was biting.
Nope.
Because like you said, you know, old man once taught me ain't nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? So y'all repackaging it in your own way.
Right.
You know, I was just wondering if y'all was worried about somebody ever saying like, oh yeah, I did the same thing.
They probably will. But I mean, it's not for us to worry about.
Okay.
We put ours out the way we put it out, and they got to do the same thing.
Okay.
Like if you come out with something and Yadda had this idea too, we don't worry about. We just that's not a thing for us, man. Seriously, we try to help a lot of people too. And we humble, super humble, man. So this kid is super humble, dude. But I instilled that in him since he was little.
Okay.
That's why it was funny that you asked about like kids and like you said you had the kid that broke your heart about that stuff. Like Yadda used to be bad, man.
And I used to be on punishment.
I used to make him watch us in the studio. I had a big studio in Ohio.
Oh yeah?
Huge.
I'm the bad guy. I'm the one that used to carry the bag, every photo shoot, concerts, all that. Fortunately,
yeah.
that's why I said I looked up to
They got a
Julian
niece
and
that's
Fortune.
dope.
Yeah,
Okay.
I looked up to them. I'm the youngest cat, so. But I used to be doing stupid stuff, so it's all on me
You know,
too,
punishment.
man.
Well, I would make him sit and
Yep,
come to the studio.
I couldn't record.
His mom would say, Yadda can't go. He did this or this, and I would say, no, he need to come.
But we gonna put him to work.
But he's not. Yeah, he's gonna carry shit. He's not gonna be
I
able to
used to
get on
be
the
invited
mic,
to go
and
get
that used to
the
hurt him
snacks.
the worst. That used to hurt him the worst. Yeah,
Go
seriously.
get the snacks.
Yeah, go get the snacks. And be like, man, can I get some? Nah.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to really watch everybody create.
And see,
But it helped him.
right, that's what I was gonna say. Like I
It
think
was
that's
discipline.
important with kids nowadays. Like
Yes,
I feel
sir.
like cats don't discipline them the same way. It's just like you can discipline them. You ain't gotta beat the mess out of them.
No.
Discipline them.
Oh, no.
And it's just like it's ways to do that to
I
help
knew.
build them.
I knew
Like,
what would hurt him.
Do you
I
do stuff
knew.
like that with your kids? Like when you punish them, it's
Yeah.
something that like it'll help build them.
My son loves Sonic. He can't play no Sonic, touch no Sonic toys, none of that. You don't do something right, This I know it hurt.
You know,
Right,
It's
yeah.
the button.
Just know
We
it
know the
hurt.
button. We know the button.
True.
Yeah, it could be something as simple as that. I just know what it hurt.
Okay. So now you mentioned before if y'all are giving a beat or if you're not. So y'all come up with all your own beats.
No. We definitely mess with some producers. We mess with producers we
God.
ain't never even met before.
Fire.
My fault. I don't know why I said that, but no. What I meant was like when you're not given a beat, you guys create beats.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you create when you're creating your own? Do you create them all from scratch? Do you like get influence from somewhere? Do you sample? Like what do you guys do?
Try not to sample.
I would say depending on the vibe though. But yeah, we definitely try not to sound. We try to do everything from scratch. But I do have beats that I guess will give it to me
Right.
that have samples in it.
Yeah, being independent though, it's
Yeah.
tough to get samples because
Gotta
again,
clear 'em.
you gotta clear 'em.
Yeah.
You gotta pay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we've created mixtapes and stuff like that with samples in them because it's a mixtape.
Yeah.
But it's nothing with we're not monetizing it. If you don't monetize it, you know nobody really. And two, if on a certain level, they don't really they don't really look at you like. But something if he had a track that blew up and they had a sample and believe,
they coming for that.
They coming for that.
Yeah.
So we try to kind of stay away from that because you really don't have to. He's so creative, man. He's so like he'll get a track and if he likes the track, believe he's gonna spit to it. He's gonna spit some stuff to it. Right. And most of the time, we just went away from the sampling and stuff.
Yeah.
So y'all did that like kind of early on, and then like got away from it.
We got before everybody else did. See, that's the thing too. Another thing I've been instilling in him for years is if they doing this, you go over here and do this.
Right. Okay.
Off
That's
brand.
the off brand. Okay. All right. I like that. So hey, rock with me one time, okay? Because I know one cat who said he wasn't gonna be on camera. So. Much like a yearbook, not photographed here today. You go ahead, shout your man out right there.
Oh, DJ Charlie Numbers?
Yeah, DJ Charlie Numbers.
DJ Charlie Numbers, man, that's my uncle right there, man.
That's the voice y'all hearing. That's not God. That's the voice that y'all hear. God, is that you? Nah, that's Charlie Numbers over there. He's not on camera, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool. I figured we shot it out.
I wasn't ready.
Oh man. So all right. So for the last thing, if you had a young cat coming up and they wanted to be in the rap game and they wanted to be independent like you, what advice would you give them? What would you give them to go forward? What advice?
Grind, believe, and stay humble, man.
Grind, believe, and stay humble.
That's it.
That's what's up. Trey, stay true to yourself.
Stay true to yourself.
Can I say one thing too, man? For people that don't know, that's trying to get in the music business, getting signed, man, is kind of like a thing of the past. Like you just alluded to earlier, owning your own is the way. Nipsey, I know that a lot of people just really jumped on that because it's something, traumatic happened to this cat. But he's been doing it for years, and that's the thing. Like, so this is my thing too. I tell him, and I've been telling young cats now that ask the question, how do I get on? First of all, like he said, you keep grinding. Second, there's a rule, and that's what I've been trying to tell y'all. Think about this. Do these numbers right quick. If you get 1,000 fans, 1,000 fans, right? And if you can get 1,000 fans to give you $100 a year, not that they just gonna come and hand you the 100, right?
Work for it.
Because working for it could be shows, could be T-shirts, merch, could be CDs or your streaming, right?
Right.
How much is that? If you get 1,000, how many people making $100,000 a year at their regular 9-to-5 jobs?
I'm not.
1,000 true fans.
I'm not saying that it's super easy. I'm not saying that it's easy, but strive for that 1,000. You may just get 200, but if you can get 200 fans to give you $100, I mean, you still making money. But try to get 1,000 fans, man. Try to get 1,000 fans in your city. Go outside of your city.
Exactly.
Y'all have been setting up his own shows. Like I used to do it for him, but it's a lot. It's as an independent, and I push a lot on him. Like, look, it's almost time for me to take a step back. You got to take the reins. Like, so he been taking the reins. He been setting up his own shows. I'm talking about like from Minnesota to South Carolina to like all over. But he gaining fan base.
Through the mud.
Been through
Straight
it.
up, man.
Been through it.
Fighting hard.
People think it's easy, but the 1,000 fan rule, man. 1,000 fans. Get you 1,000 fans, man. Strive for it. You know what I mean? It's just like going to school. It's the same risk as going to college. It's the same risk. You're taking the same risk. When you put your money up for a business, you still got to grind. Right. You know what I mean? So grind to get 1,000 fans. Get you 1,000 fans. Try to get that 1,000 fans to give you $100 a year. You could be making $100,000 a year.
All right, y'all can go ahead and cash app us. Hold on, this is my turn. So you, our fans can send us some. You know what I'm saying? Right. His fans can send us less, so that y'all can send him more.
There you go.
There you go.
So hey, everybody can eat.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, man, but this was what's up, man. I really appreciate you being on the show. Like I said, you know what I'm saying. You want to tell them anything else, like shows, YouTube, Snapchat, anything else?
Yeah. Follow me at Real Yadda on everything, Instagram, Twitter, or just Yadda Yadda on Facebook, and Yadda Man TV on YouTube.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm gonna also get your information so we can put it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So so definitely, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man.
That's what's
what's up.
I was a little stiff this interview, but catch me next time.
Hey, we can definitely do another show sometime. I ain't got no problems with that.
Look in the sky.
Hold up.
She go.
Look.
She go.
He go.
Look. Look.
She go.
He go.
She go.
He go.
She go.
He go.
She go.
Look. Yeah.
I'm always
flexing. Known like a ride receiver. Got sticky fingers, hide your visa. I might rob you people.
He go my people, fuck with him, bullets go through your people. I'm evil, Knievel. She go, he go, no weapons, we lethal.
She go, I go. They go, I don't know.
He go, I go.
Do they go?
Oh no.
No. There ain't no stopping me, I ain't no rhyme, cause I am unstoppable, stoppable. After I finish the feeling, I'm trying to take him to the crib if it's possible.
Weed in my follicles, I smoke a lot of dough, so the sky my only obstacle. Might fuck then I gotta go chasing that pot to go. Anything's possible.
Tingo, she and I from the same gang. Lay a hand on her and that thing gon' go bang.
Gang. Fuck what he go, she go get that thing. Off brand, no lane change, off brand. That's gang.
Nicky, you be going hard with this shit.
Daddy, you be going off with this shit.
Nicky, you be going hard with this shit.
You be going off with this shit.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a wave.
Man, quit playing.
I'm just up that Mary Jane.
Yeah.
He gon' take it to the bank.
Yeah.
She go.
He go. Yeah.
She go.
He go.
She go.
Yeah.
She go.
He go.
She go.
He go. Yeah.
She go.
He go.
She go.
He go.
She go.
He go.